The Minister for Interior is not in today. Yeah, I have just received a letter, Honorable Speaker, from, signed by Dr. Raymond Omolo, who is the Principal Secretary. And if you allow me, Honorable Speaker, to just quote that, it says that he acknowledges receipt of the letter inviting him, to, the Cabinet Secretary, to appear before this House on 6th August 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Then it says that regrettably, the date and the time set for the session coincides with a previously arranged high-level full-day security meeting with the Cabinet Secretary will be attending, alongside senior security officials. So the PS writes to respectively request a deferment of the scheduled appearance to respond to the parliamentary questions, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the letter is signed and written by the PS. It's becoming a new norm, Honorable Speaker, also, that this House, the letter is dated yesterday, 5th of August. Honorable Speaker, this House summons the minister, because the minister is supposed to appear before this entire plenary, Honorable Speaker, but the response is from the PS. And I think now I leave it to you, Honorable Speaker, from your position to give further guidelines, because if the minister is invited, then it should be actually the minister responding to this House, the reasons as to why he shouldn't be appearing, Honorable Speaker, and not the Principal Secretary. In any case, Honorable Speaker, the CS has an obligation to this House, and the PS has an obligation to the specific committees, Honorable Speaker. This is not a committee. This is a plenary. It's a full House. I therefore wish to submit, Honorable Speaker, that we do not have the minister present today, going by this letter, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Osoro, as sitting in the majority leader's seat, that letter you have read to the House came to the Speaker's chamber yesterday, and the Speaker declined to excuse the minister from coming to the House today. Remember last week, Wednesday, the same minister was supposed to be here. He didn't show up. His PS wrote to Parliament. The invitations go to the minister, you are right, not to the PS. The PS is a stranger to the matter. I direct you to ensure that on Wednesday at 2:30, the Minister for Interior is here to respond to questions raised by members, failing which summons will issue.
Much obliged, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Yes. Next order. Mama Zamzam, what is it? All the clerk.
Mheshimiwa Spika, mimi nasikitika sana. Toka mwezi jana kuna shughuli ambayo nimekuwa nayo, ama nimekuwa na issue ambayo ni nzito sana, ambayo hata pengine mtu maisha yake yako hatarini, na ilikuwa namuuliza waziri. Lakini kama yeye atakuwa hawezi kuchukulia kwa makini hili jumba, itakuwa natudharaulisha sisi sote. We are representative of the people. Na kama tunakuja hapa na maswali kumuuliza, na yeye anatuma PS wake ambaye pia ukimpigia simu hashiki, ukimwandikia message hajibu, sisi tunawauliza tumeweka kwenye hizo ofisi kufanya kitu gani? Maisha ya kijana yuko hatarini, ameenda kuchukua ID, anaambiwa ID yake ilitoka kitambo na imefanya robbery mahali, mtoto anaozea kule ndani ya seli huko Nyamira. Yeye kama ni mtoto wake angesikia vipi? Mimi nasikia uchungu, Mheshimiwa Spika. Lazima waziri aje hapa anielezee mimi mama Mombasa hatma ya yule mtoto, sio mambo ya upuzi kutuma hapa mabarua na PS wao. Hii serikali lazima isonge mbele, wasiweze kumregesha rais nyuma. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Yes, Osoro.
Speaker, I want to take note of the two directions that you've given. You earlier gave the direction of inviting the Minister for Education next week at 2:30 on Wednesday.
Minister for Education is on a very narrow single issue.
Okay.
The children in Meru and the money going to schools and going to officers.
Okay.
It's the only issue. There are no other questions.
So both of them should appear on Wednesday, 2:30.
2:30.
Much obliged.
Yes. Yes, Mbui, on the same issue?
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, just to confirm something, because I have a question that
Yes.
was also to be responded to.
Yes.
And Mr. Speaker, I've seen there's almost 10 questions to the same CS. There's still about 10 questions to the same CS from across, members from across the political divide, which are very, very serious. And Mr. Speaker, several times you've even said that one of the ministries that has a lot of questions that are asked in this House is actually that particular ministry. So, Mr. Speaker, I want the CS to know that even though there is separation of powers, there is interdependence and there is independence. But we must work together to ensure that people get services that they deserve. For him to ignore some, to come to the House 2 times in a row, Mr. Speaker, I think that's unacceptable. And he must know that this House has the power to even get him out of that office, because it is this House that gave him that office. So, Mr. Speaker, let him be warned not to continue ignoring the power of the House.
Yes, Chonga.
Thank you, Speaker. I had a serious issue regarding the CS education that I wanted to point out to you. Apart from what we're talking about, the kids in Meru, we have kids who are in Kakamega, who are on rugby and some other games. One of the schools from Kilifi South, St. Paul Harris Girls, is in Kakamega. They are challenging they are defending their championship for rugby in Kenya. After that, they'll be required to go to South Africa. Already, Speaker, I am the one who's footing the bill for them in Kakamega. What is going to happen if these girls qualify to go to South Africa, yet the ministry, as they are in Kenya, is doing nothing about that? The question that should be asked about to the CS is not about the games that are going on. It's not about the games that are going on in Meru, but also what is going on in Kakamega, more especially for the international games the kids are going to face. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Kiari, what's your point of order?
Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Chonga is raising an issue that's very emotive, and I can see even from his presentation. I was seeking guidance from you, Honorable Speaker. Being a man who understands language, our reference to our children as kids, while we know very well that the kid is the little one of a goat, and we have taken it up as colloquial and made it to be now an established reference to our children, I wanted you to find Honorable Chonga out of order for me is using this word that is not appropriate for children who are in school. He can refer to them as pupils or as learners or as students, but kids, this is the little one, the offspring of a goat or a sheep. Our children are not kids. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
I'm sure the reason you are challenging him is because you understood what he said. Yes, Mother.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think you have put it at rest. I think our children have not really complained. But, Mr. Speaker, mine is on the CS in charge of security. Mr. Speaker, 2 times is too many to not appear. And it has been a while. You queue questions, then it takes so long. Mr. Speaker, security issues are emerging issues. Like now, Mr. Speaker, I'll tell you I'm already queuing to ask a question on the pimping of girls in Maimahiu. Children being pimped out as sex slaves, Mr. Speaker.
It was on BBC last evening.
And Mr. Speaker, some of these issues may not wait as long because those women are on camera. They should be arrested and in good time, Mr. Speaker. So maybe just to write as we queue the questions, that can also be part of the issues that he responds to. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Have the pimps been arrested?
No, not yet. And that's what we need to get from the CS, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, there was an elaborate program about it on BBC. Osoro, yes, Honorable Karole Omonde.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.
I want us to go to the next.
Yes, I think we need to interrogate this matter a little further by focusing on the leadership of the House. I think that's where the problem is, or it is in our standing orders. I've seen it takes so long for questions addressed to ministers to be answered in this House. And yet parliamentary practice in other jurisdictions, you ask a question, in 2-3 days, the ministers appeared and answered it. I watched proceedings in the House of Commons in Australia, in Canada, but here we tend to imagine summoning a minister here requires some ceremony, where we have to wait for 3 weeks, 2 months. We are not serving parliament, and I think it is the failure of the leadership. If it is the majority side that schedules ministerial appearances, let us look at the standing orders. We cannot ask questions, queue for 2 months until the gist of the question has evaporated, the subject matter is no longer relevant. Then the fellow appears here to answer questions. I think there's a fundamental problem
You
on
have
this
made
issue.
the point.
Thank you.
Osoro, you've heard what I've directed. There are many, many questions from your colleagues to interior, to education, to health, and to roads. Those are the ministries that take the bulk of questions. And when His Excellency the President wrote to the House through the Speaker, requiring us to change our standing orders to allow ministers to come here, it was on the clear understanding that chairmen and chairpersons of committees have limitations in responding to supplementary questions, and that ministers, as those in charge of policy in their ministries, must come here and speak for and on behalf of the government and the people of Kenya. So inform the ministers who have failed us today. The Honorable Gamba at least send a note and an inadequate message through the chairman. The Minister for Interior, this is the second time in a row where they're just flying around letters instead of coming to Parliament. And you yourself have rightly said, you cannot invite the minister and there's a PS response to tell you that minister is not coming. That is an assault on the dignity of this House. Ensure that next Wednesday, the two ministers are here by 2:30. Yes, Carrier.
This is the direction that we have been seeking. Mr. Speaker, is to ask if the direction you're giving could be extended also to appearances before committees, because the same thing that you're seeing in plenary is what is happening in committees. Committees, especially departmental committees, are inviting ministers and PSs, and they are not running short of excuses as to why they should not appear before these committees that have been given powers by the Constitution, our laws, and the standing orders to be doing these periodic reviews of the departments and ministries and agencies that we are superintending over. So, Mr. Speaker, my request is whatever direction you have given should be extended also to the appearance before committees. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
It will be so. Honorable members, allow me to acknowledge in the public gallery, I hope the students are still there, Prince Model School from Kilgoris, Narok, Laboso Vision Academy from Kipkelion, Kericho, World of Life School from Sambweni, Kwale, Kabel Comprehensive School from Baringo, South Baringo, and Chukuni School from Kitui West, Kitui. On my behalf and on behalf of the House, we welcome the students, their teachers, and those accompanying them to the House of Parliament. Next order.
Order number 8, the Plant Protection Bill, National Assembly Bill number 28 of 2025, first reading. A bill for an act of Parliament to provide a regulatory and institutional framework for the prevention of introduction, establishment, and spread of plant pests, management of plant pests, facilitate safe trade in plants, plant products, and other regulated articles, and for connected purposes. Order number 9, the Capital Markets Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 30 of 2025, first reading. A bill for an act of Parliament to amend the Capital Markets Act. Order number 10, the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, Senate Bill number 7 of 2025, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of the equalization fund and its application towards the service of the year ending 30th June 2026 to provide to appropriate that sum for certain public basic services and for connected purposes. Order number 11, the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bill number 9 of 2025, second reading.
Honorable members, is the chair budget here, Atandi? Honorable members, order. Order. The member talking to Tonkei, order. Honorable Meli, take your seat. Honorable members, due to time requirement and the need for counties to get these resources and operate, we must go to order number 11, finish, and move to committee of the whole on the same, so that we finish up with Kara today. Honorable Soro, you know the House Business Committee directed so. Honorable Mili, Honorable Mbui, you are aware of this. We must deal with Kara today at orders number 11 and 12. So, Atandi, you move the bill, and when we finish, we'll be at hand to go into committee of the whole. This is a Senate bill. It's straightforward on the horizontal division of revenue between counties. Have you called out order 11? Yes, Atandi.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for even making that clarification. I beg to move that this House adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on its consideration of the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bill number 9 of 2025, laid on the table of the House on Wednesday, 6 August 2025.
You are not right, Atandi. You are now moving the bill.
Oh, thank you.
So I beg to move that the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bill number 9 of 2025, be now read a second time.
Thank you.
Then you move on to make your presentation.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the County Allocation of Revenue Bill 2025, Senate Bill number 9 of 2025,